All right, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I just realized this thing always showcases my streams like late. I'm like so delayed. I don't know why it showcased it late, but how's everyone doing? This thing is just like delayed. I'm watching it right now and I'm like delayed. Oh, but I hope everyone's doing good. We're here to talk about the Oscars, man. We're here to talk about the Oscars. I'm a little messy right now because literally I just finished watching um, a movie on there before they so I can be ready to talk about this thing. But how's everyone doing? Um, I can't even really tell if I'm live right now. I'm having little technical issues, but I'll still do the stream regardless. And those who are watching this on the replay, thank you for watching this on the replay. I do appreciate that. We're gonna talk about it, but I will be right back. Just give me a minute or two. I'm just waiting for some more people to come in here, and then we'll start. Well, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Hey, guys. This whole stream is a mess. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. Can you guys hear me now? Oh man, this is the second time this happened. Can you guys hear me now? Hey Laundry. Can you guys hear me right now? Reginald off the top, Adam D. Everything good now? Okay. Whoo. Okay. All right, because I had the music playing. I had the music playing and everything. I'm just talking and nothing was playing. And now everybody can hear now. Everybody can hear now. Good. Good. I gotta do this intro again. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We're gonna be talking about the Oscars from last night. We're gonna be talking about 2020 Oscars, the 92nd Annual Academy Awards. And I said this just now, but you couldn't hear me. But I normally don't watch the Oscars. I normally don't watch them. I mean, I stopped watching after 2017 and after people kept getting snubbed and everything. But after people started getting snubbed, I was like, okay, you know what? That's it. I'm not watching the Oscars anymore. I said, I'm not watching it anymore. And then I figured, you know what? I'll just give it a shot this year, mainly because hello Moonlight Brian, hello Marvel Man, Funko Pops, Marvel Gamer Josh, Laundry, what's up, man? How you guys doing? What's going on, y'all? How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? I'm gonna talk to you guys in a little bit before I go and get my Oscar recap. Oh man. But I hope you guys are doing good. But yeah, I normally don't watch the Oscars, and I figured I'd watch it this year because Joaquin Phoenix is there. He's in the movie. I support him. I support what he's been doing, all the recent wins he's been having. So I'm like, okay, I gotta watch the Oscars. I gotta see it this year. Parasite, all these other movies, all these great films were in there. And I figured, you know what, I gotta watch this thing, man. So it was good. Some of the hosts they had were really good. Like, they had different hosts. It was, really funny seeing different people, really cool. But yes, Reginald, I'm with you. I normally don't watch it much either, but I definitely had to check it out this time because I had to check it out this time, just mainly because Joker, Parasite, 1917, all those movies in there are really good, and I definitely had to check it out. And believe it or not, I actually just watched Parasite because I was planning to watch Parasite before the Academy Awards, and I didn't have the time to watch it. And as a matter of fact, some of the theaters that were around me didn't have them available, and I didn't have the time to watch it. But I figured, you know what? From the trailers and what I saw, everything looked really good, and I said, you know what, I have to watch this movie. So I actually just finished watching it, and I definitely feel the Oscar was earned. I don't think it was my favorite movie, and we'll talk more about them. I'll go through the list. But I don't feel like it was my favorite movie of last year, but it definitely was an amazing movie. It was really good. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Good storytelling, good screenplay. Like, all that stuff was good. So anyways, I'm going to go over the list here. Hey, my girls in the stream. Shout out Shannon. My girls in the stream. We're going to talk about, I'm going to switch to the screen right here, and we're going to read over the nominees, and I'm going to read over the, who won. So let me just actually zoom in on the screen here so you guys can see. And I definitely feel some people were snubbed, and I'll go over it again. But Bong Joon-ho, amazing. So let me just switch over here so you guys can see what I'm seeing, and we'll go from there. I gotta go here. I gotta move slightly, like reposition this so you guys can see, because I'm having technical difficulties all morning. I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, so let's go. Let's look at the list here. But I hope you guys are doing good, man. How many of you guys in the comments right now actually watched the Oscars last night? How many of you guys watched the Oscars last night? Let me know. Okay, so we're gonna start with the original screenplay nominees. So original screenplay nominees, we had Knives Out, Rian Johnson, Marriage Story, which I still haven't seen yet. I still haven't seen Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Parasite. So the winner for that was Parasite. And after seeing the movie, I definitely feel like it was earned. Screenplay was amazing. Screenplay was amazing. That I will say. I will say that. Reginald said Parasite smacked everybody in their faces, including 1917. Yep. Seeing Brie Larson, Gal Gadot. Oh yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah, definitely. It was one of the better Oscars, man. And I'll talk about Joaquin Phoenix's speech. I'll talk about it. Everybody say hello to my girl in the chat, by the way, Shannon. Thanks for stopping by, babe. All right, so let's go. Let's continue reading. Adopted screenplay nominees: The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, and Two Popes. All those are great movies. Still haven't seen Jojo Rabbit, but I'm glad Taika Waititi won. I'm glad he won. It was well deserved because from some of my friends who have actually seen this movie and from what I've heard about it, and plus I trust Taika Waititi as a director and a writer and all this kind of stuff, and it's adapted screenplay. So I know it was based off of a book, which he said in his speech his mother gave to him, which I did not know that before. So that was really cool. But he won. Very much congratulations to him. And I didn't want to do like a live reaction to the stream because I actually did that for like the Grammys and the Oscars, I think about 2.5 maybe 3 years ago. I did that, and I got a community strike on my channel for like 3 months, so I couldn't stream for like 3 months, and that sucked. Okay. That really sucked. So I was not taking the chance. That's why I just watched it. And if you guys want to see my initial reaction to some of the winners last night, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Matthewvhaynes. Go check it out, my Instagram, and you guys can see my reaction in my story. I started watching the Irishman. I didn't finish it though. I did not finish The Irishman. It was too long. Okay. This one I feel was a snub, and I will explain this because I actually ranted about this with a friend of mine. Achievement in visual effects: Avengers Endgame, Irishman, The Lion King, 1917, and Rise of Skywalker. I personally feel that Endgame or Rise of Skywalker should have won that award. The Irishman, yeah, I've seen better de-aging, but Netflix did a pretty good job with de-aging in The Irishman from what I've seen in it. Lion King was amazing too. Those are actually close ones. But 1917, the scene that they showed that for them winning, I don't feel like that was 1917 could win a costume design or something like that, but definitely not visual effects, man. Not visual effects. 100% not visual effects. I feel like that was a snub. I don't think 1917 should have won that award at all. Definitely should have went to Endgame or Rise of Skywalker, because the amount of work they put in Rise of Skywalker, I was telling my girl the other day, like, they put so much, 1917 was more practical. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think 1917 was a lot more practical. So, I don't know. I don't think, The Irishman was on the list too, but I don't think, no. There was so many movies that came out in 2019 that had better visual effects that should have been nominated and should have won. Period. I don't think, like I said, I don't think 1917 should have come close to winning or anything. Let me take off some music. I don't think they should have came close to winning, man. Not at all. Not by a long shot, man. Not by a long shot. Let's continue this thing. Achievement in sound mixing. The winner was 1917. That one I can explain, but the other ones for sound mixing was Ad Astra, Ford versus Ferrari, which Ford versus Ferrari, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. 1917 won, and I feel like that was well deserved. I mean, even though, from the scenes that they showed and the stuff like that, the way how they mixed the sound was pretty interesting. Like, I can understand that one. I'm okay with that win. Achievement in sound editing, Ford versus Ferrari won. I wouldn't agree with that one. I would say it goes to Rise of Skywalker, but that's just me. Or 1917. I don't think Ford versus Ferrari, but whatever. That was the winner for that category. Let me read a comment here. De Niro still looked old in the face. De Niro still looked old. That was the thing. He looked very old. He didn't look too, he did not really look that young, to be honest. I'm personally not too impressed with the de-aging with The Irishman. That's just me. I wasn't really too impressed by it. Endgame and Star Wars didn't stand a chance at all during this war. Yeah, man. Endgame and yeah, man, Endgame and Star Wars definitely did not stand a chance, man. Not at all. Um, but anyways, this one was good. The best live action short film. I haven't seen any of these, but The Neighbor's Window won. So I can't really talk too much about these. I haven't seen them, but they won. This one I feel was super well deserved, and this was for the category for best animated short film. And Hair Love won. It was also against Daughter, Kit Bull, I think it was Disney Plus, Memorable, and Sister. Hair Love won. Glad it won. Black representation. The guy said normalizing black hair. All that stuff had a great message, great positive look for kids, people who were watching stuff who were ashamed about their hair. I feel like this movie was well deserved. I feel like the production was good. I felt like the story was good. I felt like the message was nice. Well deserved. I think that was one was well deserved. We didn't have too many snubs this year, but we did have a couple. So the achievement in production design. We had The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, and 1917. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood won, and I would see why it won because that movie had so many different set pieces, so many different production design stuff, so many different costumes, sets. It was all over the place, so I can understand why that one won. And I'm just kind of rushing through these guys because I want to get to the main two. I want to get to the best. I want to get to the main three. Best actress, best director. I get to that. Best actor and best film. So that's the one I really want to talk about. So best motion picture of the year. We'll talk about that one. The nominees were Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Woman, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Now, my personal favorite on this entire list, I would say Joker, but after seeing Parasite, I definitely feel Parasite, or 1917, but after seeing Parasite, I feel like Parasite definitely deserved that. Parasite definitely earned that win, and it broke history for being the first ever non-English film to win the Best Motion Picture of the Year award. And that was in English. So I definitely feel like it was well deserved. I felt the cast did amazing. I felt Bong Joon-ho did an amazing directing. I felt like the score was nice. It followed along pretty well. The screenplay, the acting, the faces, there was so many plot twists in this movie that I didn't expect. I had no idea, and the movie, I still don't understand the ending of the movie. I still don't know if the ending is what I think it is. So, very good movie. I can't argue with Parasite winning at all. I feel like it was. I feel like that was well deserved. Continuing achievement in music. This one, I didn't care too much for, but it was original songs. You had Toy Story 4, Rocket Man, Love Me Again, Elton John. I'm Standing With You, Into the Unknown, which I knew was going to be a contender, but Stand Up Harriet. I feel like Stand Up should have won. Honestly, yo, I feel like just because the message and the performance and the song itself, I feel like Stand Up should have won. That's just my opinion. I do like Elton John, but I feel like Stand Up should have won. Like, I feel like it should have won. But Elton John deserved it. I can't be mad. I can't get too mad at it because he has been in the run for it for a long time, and they finally earned it. So, everybody's time will come eventually. Yay, Ryan02. Hey, by the way, guys, check out Ryan02's YouTube channel. It's a good friend of mine. Check out his YouTube channel. But yeah, yay, Parasite. Parasite was good. Parasite, I'm very happy for those guys, man. I'm happy that they won 4 awards last night. So I feel like that was really cool. Achievement for the original score. This one I was freaking out. I was freaking out a lot for this one. Hilder. I can never pronounce her last name. Guandontitter. I can never pronounce her last name, but the score for the Joker, the composer for the Joker, she won, and she was so humble, and she was so patient, she was so kind, she was so sweet, and she won, and I was so happy about it because that's one of my favorite scores of 2019 was from the Joker, and I became such a huge fan of Hilder, so I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she won. It was going against Alexander Desplat, who I forgot which other movie he did. I forgot what other movie he did. He did a lot of very famous movies. But Little Women, Marriage Story, and 1917, which also had a really good score, and John Williams for Rise of Skywalker. John Williams is always in the running for these things. So, it's either he wins it or he doesn't win. It's just one of those things. But yes, Hilder won for Joker. I was very happy about that. Joker soundtrack is amazing, Nirvana. And achievement in hairstyling, Bombshell. I completely understand that one too. They did the cast really amazing, and they made everyone, look exactly like the characters the people that they were playing. Joker was also there. Judy was there. Maleficent, 1917. So, I'm okay with this one. I can't argue too much with this one. This one, best international, is crazy because it's crazy. Let me see. So the time, oh man, so the time when you let your girl do your makeup on your face really paid off in the end. I guess so. I guess so. Yeah. She's actually trying to do another makeup thing for me. So I don't know, man. But yeah, man. Best international film of the year: Corpus, Honeyland, Les Miserables, blah, blah, okay. Pain and Glory, and Parasite. Obviously, Parasite had to win that one. Parasite, it was crazy because Bong Joon said that after he won this award, he thought he was done for the night. He thought after he won the last award, he was done for the night. And then they came up again, third time, man. I'm so happy for that whole crew. Achievement in film editing, Ford versus Ferrari. I can't argue too much with that. Ford versus Ferrari had a lot of camera angles and shots that had to be edited a certain way, so I'm okay with that one. I feel like other movies should have been on there for film editing, but whatever. Best documentary: Learning to Skateboard in a War Zone. If you're a girl, I haven't seen any of these documentary shorts, but I might watch them. My friend, actually, Gage Masterson from Multiverse Creations, actually watched every single movie on this list. He was on a journey to watch every single movie, and he did. And so he can think. So I actually commend him. I got a lot of respect for him because he watched every single movie that was on this list. So good on him. But I haven't seen it, but from what I've seen from it, it looks like it's a good talking point, a good subject, and a good thing to broadcast and share with many people. Best documentary feature goes to American Factory. So according to my friend Gage, again, he says that this movie should not have won. He said Forsama should have won. That dealt with a more serious subject with a woman literally living in a war zone with trying to raise a kid while she's a journalist. Honeyland, some of those other ones would have been a lot better, but American Factory, I don't think necessarily should have won that one. I feel like that one might have been a snub, but it won. Moving on. Achievement in directing. So this is the best director, the director of the year, or whatever you want to say. Irishman, Martin Scorsese. Joker, Todd Phillips. I had my money on him. But Sam Mendes, 1917. Quentin Tarantino from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And Bong Joon-ho, Parasite. This man came up there and surprised everyone with a win for Best Director. Again, well-deserved. I feel like he earned that. And I liked what he did during his speech for Best Director. He shouted out Martin Scorsese. He said he learned a lot from Scorsese's films growing up. He shouted out and showed a lot of love and respect to all the other directors, which I thought was really noble of him to do that. It was very humble of him to do that, to just go out and shout out all the directors and kind of show them the thing. Yeah, Eminem did came back for the Oscars. I watched it. I thought it was fun. It was a surprise. I didn't think he was gonna be there, but yes, I do feel. I thought it was fun. But yeah, man, Bong Joon-ho, Best Director, gotta give it to him. He did it for his country. He did it for himself. He did it for his family, and breaking records the whole night. So I'm very proud of him. And that movie, again, I definitely recommend. For those of you guys who like thriller, mystery types of suspense kind of movies, definitely watch it. It was a really good movie. Achievement in costume design went to Little Women, understandably so. Achievement in cinematography went to 1917. That one was a well-deserved win because the cinematography, the way how they did a lot of the long shots in 1917. Irishman was also a nominee. Joker, The Lighthouse. I thought it was actually going to be a tie between The Lighthouse and 1917, but 1917 took home the win. And I completely get that because, like I said, the way they did certain scenes, like just continuous shots, the way how they followed, if you guys watch the behind the scenes, how they were following some of the cast members, the main characters, following them through the trenches and everything, the way how they had things up on dollies and pulleys and everything, it was just amazing. So cinematography definitely 1917 deserved to win. I completely agree with that one. That was a good win. Well deserved. Best animated feature film of the year went to Toy Story 4. I don't think so. I think I Lost My Body should have won. Or even for what I'm hearing, How to Train Your Dragon might should have won. Or even Klaus should have won. I don't think Toy Story 4 should have won. I think this is a theory, man. Because look, Disney owns ABC. The Oscars was being broadcasted on ABC. Do you think that maybe Disney probably had a little hand in, like, oh, like, give us a win or something? You know, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, Bob Iger was sitting down there, you know, looking at stuff. You know, I don't know. I don't think Toy Story 4 should have got that. I think there was other movies that were worth the win. Klaus, I Lost My Body. Come on, man. I don't think that should have won. Performance by an actress in a supporting role went to Laura Dern in Marriage Story. Haven't seen Marriage Story, but I do like Laura Dern, so I feel like she deserved that one. But then again, there was Florence Pugh, I can never pronounce her name, Margot Robbie in Bombshell, and also ScarJo. ScarJo got snubbed, man. ScarJo got snubbed. She got snubbed, man. She got snubbed. She got, like, I think 2 or 3 nominations, man, and she got snubbed, man. She should have won. I think she might have won that. But then again, I didn't see Marriage Story, so I don't know how well Laura Dern did in that movie or not. I can't really talk too much. This one I don't agree with, and this is the best performance of an actress in a leading role. I feel like that should have went to, again, I haven't seen it, but from what I've seen from Marriage Story, ScarJo. But Renee Zellweger won for Judy. I don't know if anybody is happy about that. If anyone's happy about that, let me know. I gotta sneeze. Whew. If anybody's happy about that, let me know. Let me know. Okay. Charlize Theron in Bombshell. I mean, I don't. Nah, man. I don't really agree with this one. Performance by an actor in a supporting role went to Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time. That's totally okay. I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with that one. I might even argue with that one. Tom Hanks, whatever. But I would say Brad Pitt. This one is the one that I really want to talk about. Performance by an actor in a leading role. Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker. He was up against Antonio Banderas, Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time, Adam Driver in Marriage Story. My nose is itching, guys. Sorry. And Jonathan Pryce in The Two Popes. Definitely Joaquin deserved this. And I called it. Me and my girlfriend called it. We talked about it. We said, okay, no, Joaquin Phoenix has to get an Oscar for his performance in The Joker. It was riveting. It was real. It was suspenseful. It was painful. This guy was able to convey so much emotions from his eyes. Excuse me. The way how he talked, the way how he looked at you. Joaquin Phoenix deserved that win. And what I liked about Joaquin, what he did was every single award that he's won this year so far, he used it to talk about issues that are affecting the world. He didn't use it to talk about himself or to congratulate other people. He talked about racial injustice. He talked about animal rights. He talked about global warming, climate change. He talked about all sorts of world problems, things that face in the world. And as an actor, I seriously respect him for doing what he did and having the bravery and the courage to go up on stage and talk about what he did and say what he said. I don't want to play his speech on here because I don't want to get copyrighted. But if you guys want to see his speech, go ahead and search it up. I'm going to talk about it. To talk about Parasite, how can I best describe Parasite without spoiling? I don't necessarily, you know what? I don't want to talk about Parasite because I feel like if I talk about it, it'll spoil the whole story and the message won't get put across. I feel like it's one of those movies you just have to watch it blindly and the story will reveal itself to you. But it's a powerful story, man. A lot of messages in there, a lot of twists and turns. Very good. Definitely watch it, man. Definitely watch it. The two only characters in a nominated. Okay, what? Oh yeah, Danny DeVito and Joker. Yeah, I got you. But yeah, man, I feel honestly like Joaquin, I screamed so loud. If you guys want to hear my initial reaction, like I said, check out my Instagram. But I screamed so loud, I was freaking out because it was good. Like, it was such a well-deserved win, I feel. And me being a fan of Joaquin now and a fan of the Joker, this is a win not just for him, but I'm waiting for the DC. I'm waiting for comic book movies. I'm waiting for superhero type films or hero films or villain films, if that's what you want to call it. I had a rant about it last night. But unfortunately they cut off some of Joaquin's speech from the clips. Oh, that sucks, man. That really sucks. That really sucks. If you guys can find a full version of his speech, please look for it. Somebody has to have it somewhere. But I sat down there and I saw the full version of his speech. They didn't cut him off on stage, and he literally had that whole place silent. The place was silent. They were in support of him. There was just a lot. He passed on such a great message last night, and I respect him so much for that. I respect him so much for what he said and what he's trying to use his, you know, his presence and his ability to talk about certain things and bring and raise awareness for certain situations that need to be brought up. I'm glad that he didn't even talk about the Joker once. He didn't talk about himself. He talked about his brother, River. He talked about his brother, and he gave honor to his brother who passed away. His brother was an actor, and his brother died. And like Joaquin came through a lot of stuff. Like his family was in a weird cult. Like this man did a lot of stuff, and he's been through a lot of stuff to get where he is now. And he did show respect to all of his fellow nominees. He said he didn't feel like he was above anybody or this makes him better than anybody else. He does appreciate the award. You can tell he was shook. He almost cried on stage. He was nervous. It was awkward. But it was such an amazing speech from Joaquin. Two of the best speeches I've heard last night were from Joaquin and from Bong Joon-ho. And you can tell it was coming from such a genuine place. It came from such a genuine place. The whole vibe of the Oscars was different. It felt a lot better. All the actors and everyone else seemed to be in support of what these actors were saying, what everyone was doing. So it was actually a really good Oscar. It was a good Academy Awards this year. And I feel like I said, Joaquin, well deserved. I was so happy for the guy. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for DC. I'm so happy for the comic book world. Todd Phillips for creating such an amazing film. Definitely, man. I'm just very proud about this, man. Very so happy about it. He's so real. That's what I like about him. Yeah, man. That's the thing I like about him. He's so real. He's so authentic. He is, he's standing up. He's saying things that a lot of people don't have the balls to say. Let's put it that way. A lot of actors would more or less be like, nah, I don't know if I should say that. I probably shouldn't say that. Joaquin is like, no, I'm going to say what all of you guys are afraid to say. I'm going to say what you guys are afraid to say. And it's crazy because from the very first award he won, he was using a lot of swear words and stuff. And I think over time he realized that he probably shouldn't use it. He probably should just, be more thing and not use it. But the first one, he was so raw to the point that he was just like swearing like a few times in his acceptance speech. So, but he said he also brought up the fact that because Hollywood never really liked Joaquin Phoenix. A lot of people never liked him. A lot of people had issues with him. They thought he was a jerk, and he even admitted to the fact that he was, being a jerk or being, not necessarily a nice person for, a whole time. He wasn't being a nice guy and he was being a jerk, and he admitted to these things. And I thought that it takes a man to really admit his wrongs and admit his faults and to acknowledge what he did was wrong. So again, much power. And he said he's glad, for his community and his coworkers for forgiving him, giving him a second chance. All of those things are so important, man. And like I said, I can't be more happy for him. Now, before I end the stream, guys, because this stream is a very quick stream, man. It's just a little recap of the Oscars. I don't want to go on too long. But let me read some of the comments. The most awkward interview I think Joaquin had was with Jimmy Fallon. I don't think that was the most awkward one. I think that one was handled pretty well. I think because he was trolling Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Fallon was kind of trolling him. So I felt like that one was actually pretty good. I don't think that one was too awkward. Hey Donnie, what's up, man? Hey bro, I'm completely happy with the results. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, man. Is there anything that you guys were concerned about with the Oscars last night? Jimmy Kimmel interview with him was hard to watch. Jimmy was just laughing when he was being serious about things. Oh yeah. It's like the press is very afraid to talk to Joaquin Phoenix because some of them ask stupid questions. They would be like, oh, let me ask Joaquin about the Joker for the 15th time for the day. Like, he already answered questions about the Joker. Why are we still talking about the Joker? And I like how he handled some of them. Like, why are we still talking about this? Didn't this already happen? Isn't this already passed already? You know? So I feel like he handled that pretty good. But yeah, man, in closing, guys, I'm very happy overall with the Oscars. I'm happy with the outcome of it. I'm happy with most of the results, even though there were a few snubs, I feel. But I'm pretty much just happy with the results, especially with Joaquin and Hilder and Bong Joon-ho, man. Bong Joon-ho. That man is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, when you see that name on a movie, Bong Joon-ho, be in, like, great anticipation, because you know that movie's going to be good. They asked some stupid questions. He's just like, no, or I've already answered that. Yeah. Like, one of my favorite ones is, I think, the Golden Globes, when they asked him a question. He was like, man, like, didn't we already answer this question? Isn't this old news? Because to him, he's already moved on from the Joker. He's already done his thing. He's already done his job. And I know he liked the role. I know he liked doing the movie with Todd Phillips. He had fun doing it. But it's his job. You know, it's his job. He did it. He did what he had to do. He's ready to move on to the next thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, acting is a job. But me and Donnie were having a conversation yesterday on the stream. And for those of you who were there know this, we talked about how it's a lot better when an actor seems to be passionate about what he or she's, an actor and actress seems to be happy or passionate about about the role that they're playing. So it's always better that way. But yeah, man, don't ask him stupid questions. Like, he's moved on. There's certain actors who are really passionate about certain roles. And put it this way, Joaquin Phoenix was the second actor to play the Joker to be nominated and win an Oscar for his role. Heath Ledger won an Oscar, but he won the Oscar after he was dead, which kind of sucks. Which kind of makes me feel like they just gave it to him because he died, you know. But you know, his performance again was revolutionary. Both of them, Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. But anyways, guys, we are gonna end the stream now. It's a quicker stream. I didn't want to spend too much time today, but I may do another stream later on this week. I will keep you guys updated and posted. But thank you so much for being here. Those who are here, those who are watching this on the replay, thank you so much for watching this on the replay. The beginning of the stream was a bit of a mess. I had some technical difficulties. I didn't know if I started. I didn't know if my mic was off and all that stuff. I'm gonna try to get some reactions out for you guys tomorrow. I know we have Flash tomorrow night, so expect that. I'm gonna try to get that out tomorrow night too. We'll see what happens. But I got some good reactions for you guys. The weirdest vibe I got from the Oscars was the after show that was shown on E! Channel. Everyone was just standing around and they just kept putting celebrities on camera and talking about them. That is weird. That is weird. I didn't watch the after show. I probably should check that out, but that does sound very weird. That does sound very weird. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, man. I'll see you in the next one.